up, y'all? It's your girl Jossie B back in the cut with another video. So I have a never done before on this channel story time for you guys, because on my channel I want to do a little bit of everything, and I don't have that many story times, but the ones I do have, brace yourself. That's all I gotta say is brace yourself. So as you guys can see by the title, today is gonna be the story time of my ex bought my Christmas gifts with my money. I wish I was making this shit up, but I'm not. I'm not. So before I get into it though, I just want to make a real quick disclaimer that I am in no way, shape, or form bashing this man. This shit was 3 years ago. This story is simply for shits and giggles, and because I don't have that many story times to tell you guys, so the ones that I do have, I want to tell him. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna see this, and I don't want him to think that I'm trying to like be messy. I'm just telling a story, okay? And plus, I want to tell a story while my hair is looking good, because let's get into the hair, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a little backstory on how I met this boy. We're going to give him the name Jack. So I met Jack August of 2020. I met him through Share for Shares on Snap. Me and Jack only talked about 2 times before we linked. And let me just say, please do not ever do that. Don't ever do that. Don't text with a person 1, 2, maybe 3 times and then link. Like, don't be dumb like me. But I was 16 at the time. He was 18. So I was pretty dumb, doing dumb shit. So we link and everything was pretty cool. But I think the red flag, there was 2. So the first one was that, like, he was really quiet. And that wasn't a problem for me at first, because I'm used to being the one that's loud and maybe being around somebody that's not, you know. But it was like weird quiet. The reason I'm saying that is because when me and him like started dating officially later on down the line, I'm gonna say like a year in, that became a big problem, because I would talk to this man and he would fucking ignore me. Like, he would literally ignore everything that came out of my mouth. And I'm just like, Jack, you don't hear me talking to you? And he's, huh? Oh, what did you say? But I know he heard me, but like, he would purposely tune me out. So I should have paid attention to that the first time that we linked, because he was already doing that shit. And the second red flag was, I asked this man, did he have a car? Not trying to be funny, but when we linked, I was under the impression that me and him was going to be chilling in his car. Like, I thought he was going to be, you know, pulling up in his own shit, right? And he didn't. His people dropped him off and we just sat on my staircase. You can't come in my house, you know what I mean? So it was just like, so when I asked him, oh, well, you know, do you have your own car? And he was like, yeah, but it's in the shop right now. Y'all, he held on to that lie for 2 years straight. Like, he held on to that lie 2 years straight. But the reason I'm mentioning that is that this man is a compulsive fucking liar. Like, I just felt the need to throw that out there for any future videos I do on this man. And to continue on with this story time, just get the picture that he started off our relationship lying. But besides all that shit, the chemistry was there. You know, I was into him, he was into me, whatever, cool, right? Not long after that, we start officially dating. But I tell him straight up, like, I can't go to your house, you can't come to mine. Like, you can't come in. I can't ask my parents, like, oh, hey, is it fine if Jack comes? Like, that would never happen. Basically, what ends up happening is I start sneaking Jack in, to make a long story short. And I was sneaking him in for about 3 months. The easiest way for me and Jack to link was at night, and I was at my dad's house at night. So, but I would never even try to sneak him in at my mom's house, but whatever, that's besides the point. So me and my dad moved 3 different times. So we moved from where we was at to another apartment, and then we moved from that apartment into a house. Like, he was renting a house. The reason that I was able to get away with this shit for so long was because my dad sleeps like a bear. When he's out, he's out. Like, out. He would snore so loud that if he stopped, I knew he was up. You know what I mean? So moral of the story, my dad ends up finding out that I was sneaking him in, and my dad pretty much kicks me out. So I started living with my mom full time. But my mom had met Jack in October. I got caught sneaking Jack in the house late November-ish. So my mom had already met Jack and she liked him, whatever. But he was not coming over, like spending the night at my mom's. It was simply just Like, oh, I'll drop you guys off to the mall, I'll drop you guys off to the movies, I'll drop you guys off to the corn maze. Like, it was stuff like that. It was never like spend the night, spend the weekend, nothing like that, until after I got kicked out of my dad's house. And then my mom was like, okay, he can start coming over on the weekends. Now, mind y'all, I thought that when my dad kicked me out, especially what he kicked me out over, I thought my mom was not going to be okay with me seeing Jack no more. Because granted, I was 17, but I just turned 17 and I lived with both my parents. And, you know, my parents, they was co-parenting. So it was kind of one of those things like whatever my dad wanted, my mom was on the same page, you know what I mean? And vice versa. Like, they was co-parenting. So I was under the impression that because, you know, I thought I was going to be in trouble. Like, I thought my mom was not going to let me see him no more. And I thought that was just going to be that. But because of the way my dad went about it, my mom wasn't going to like not let me see him anymore just because my dad wasn't okay with it. Just more little story, my mom was okay with me seeing Jack even though my dad was not okay with it. So what ends up happening is Jack starts coming over on the weekends. Mind you guys, I'm back in school at this time because even though COVID was still bad, school was back in. So remember you guys, I got kicked out late November. He only came over, I think, maybe 2 or 3 weekends before Christmas break. Basically, what my mom's ends up telling us is that if it's okay with him and his parents, like, he can come over for the break. She does not mind. Jack decides that he wants to stay for the Christmas break. And as you guys know, Christmas break is like 2 weeks, right? Basically, for Christmas, what I got him was like a lot of hygiene stuff. Like, y'all know I'm real into stuff like that. So I got him like a goodie bag full of like little face wash, like one of those proactive face scrubbers. I got him some slippers, us like a matching Christmas set. Nothing major, but just some cute stuff for our first Christmas together, right? And also, this was my first ever boyfriend that my parents ever met. So I'm just also throwing that out there because I was really excited. Like, oh shoot, you know, this is my first ever little real deal relationship. You know what I mean? Y'all know Friday is when the break starts. And then it goes all the way to 2 weeks, right? So basically what he tells me is that he doesn't have my gifts, and I'm not tripping off of it because I'm just the type of girl, once I get you your gifts, I can't keep no secret. Do you want your gifts? Like, I can't keep a secret. Like, yes, I got you these and I want you to see what I got. So I wasn't pressed that he didn't have my gifts yet because it's not your fault that I can't keep a secret. Like, I bought you these gifts and I'm not supposed to give them to you until next week, but I want you to see what I got you. So I wasn't really pressed that he didn't get my gifts yet. But what he told me was that he had the money for my gifts and that he was going to buy my gifts a couple days before Christmas, right? I said, cool, that's fine, but I just want to give you your gifts early because I'm excited. You know what I mean? And I do that with everybody. Like, if you know me, then you know, like, you gonna get your gifts as soon as I buy them because I can't keep a secret. Like, I can't. I give him his gifts. He loves them, whatever. Cool. So let's fast forward to getting closer to Christmas when he goes and buys my gifts, right? I went to this amazing school, and what they do is basically each student gets $200 for Christmas. So they give you like so you write down on a list what you want for Christmas, and they'll get some of that stuff on that list, and then whatever they can't get, they'll just give you an $100 gift card. You go buy it yourself, right? So I had my little $100 gift card that I hadn't used from my school yet, and since he was going to the mall, I told him like, hey, you know, since you're going to the mall, can you take my card and buy me some Crocs, you know, while you're there? Because I don't want to go to the mall with you. I don't want to see when you get my gift, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see what you get me, and I don't want to be there. I kind of feel like it's already bad enough that I'm expecting my gift right now, like, and I already know what I want, so I already know what you're about to get me, you know, so I already feel like it's bad enough all that's happening. I don't want to be there while you get it. So can you get me some Crocs while you there? He says yes, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think this man had $150 to $200 to buy my Christmas gifts. And I made crystal clear to this man, the only thing I wanted for Christmas was a Pandora bracelet with one charm. That was all I wanted for Christmas. I kept saying this so much to the point where my school bought me the Pandora bracelet and got me a whole bunch of charms, you know, on the bracelet, but I wanted one from him. Since I already told him months before that I just wanted another one. I wanted the one like with the sparkly. I'll try to put a picture up if I can find one, but like where the charm that locks the bracelet, it's like sparkly. That was the one that I wanted. I told him, like, even if you couldn't find a charm, that's the bangle that I want. This man goes to the mall and he FaceTimes me. So I'm not thinking too much of it because I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm already expecting it, so I'm not really gonna trip about it. You know, like those little kiosks in the mall, right? So someone stops him and is like, hey, you know, would you like to buy my soap? Would you like to try it? La, 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 right? He's like, oh, no, thank you. You know, whatever, whatever. The guy's like, oh, well, you know, just try it. And then it goes mute. So I'm sitting there like, what you got me on mute for? Right? I'm going to put a right count up here somewhere because I keep saying right. But y'all following me. Like, I want y'all to make sure y'all following me because y'all are not going to believe this shit. I'm like, hey, you know, what's going on? So he unmutes me and he's like, hold on. I don't know what that was. So he unmutes me and he's like, hold on one moment. You know, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I'm not tripping. I know he's talking to the guy at the kiosk or whatever. He keeps me on mute. Like, I would say about 10 minutes. Then he was like, I just got you something. I think you would love it. This man gave me a discount. He just gave me this soap for only $20. And it's like the best soap ever. Whatever, whatever. Like, that's literally what this man is telling me. And I'm like, okay. You know, like, I'm kind of like confused because you'd already, like, I know how much this bracelet is. I know how much a charm is. You don't have that much, you know, money already just to buy that. You're going to come up even more short because you just spent $20 on something I didn't ask for, you know? So I wasn't trying to be ungrateful, but I was just really confused as to why he let this guy talk him into buying a soap that I didn't need or want. He goes to the Crocs store first to get my Crocs. I'm even more confused because I'm like, okay, whatever. Y'all, this is when I knew shit was getting a little weird. He goes into the store. He's FaceTiming me because he wants me to pick out which ones I want. I pick out which ones I want. He goes to the desk. Y'all, why the cashier says card decline? I'm fucking confused because my card had $100 on it. So it's no way I didn't use it. So there was like no way. He puts me on mute. He walks out the store. So I'm thinking, okay, there's maybe something messed up with the machine. So I asked him like, hey, is everything good? And he's like, oh yeah, everything was good. I don't know why the card declined at first, but you know, I got it all settled. That's what he said. I got it all settled. All right, cool. After he gets my Crocs, we don't talk anymore. After that, he goes and gets my bracelet and he just comes back to my house. Y'all, oh my gosh. Like, just thinking about this shit is getting me so tight. Jack comes in and he's showing me all the shit that he got me. My air freshener. He's showing me this soap. It's a bar and it's like red. It smells all right. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm just talking shit because I'm mad. But, you know, it smelled a little good or whatever. And it came with like a little mini, it was like a pack. One of them, you know, little freebie packs of like a face mask in it that I would never fucking put on my face. But whatever, right? So I'm kind of like side-eyeing him, whatever. And he's showing me all this shit. Like, I just want to see the bracelet. Like, he's doing all this. It's like he's stalling. Like, he's like, look at this soap. Oh, look at this ring that I got you. I knew you would love this ring so much. Y'all. This is the ring, you guys. Hold on. This is the ring. Are y'all seeing that? That's the fucking ring. So, but he told me like it was on clearance. And I just thought it was so cute because it's pink and pink's your favorite color and blah, 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 blah. Right? Yes, pink is my favorite color. I mean, but be fucking for real. Like, be so fucking for real. Hold on. So, I'm like getting to the point where I'm realizing he's doing this shit because he's trying to like stall. He's trying to stop. Y'all, oh my God. Oh my God. Telling this story pisses me off. And like, I've never told this story before. Only 2 of my homegirls know about this story. So like, telling this shit all over again is just like, right? He gets to the bracelet. He opens the box. Just plain Pandora bracelet. No charms. Not the bracelet that I asked for. And I'm gonna put a picture up again of the one that I was like, you know, I know that the charms can be expensive as fuck. You know, if you don't know what charm to get or if it's out of your budget, just do this bracelet because at least the little locket part is bedazzled. It looks like a charm. I felt like that was pretty reasonable. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know because I thought I was right. I thought I was doing him a favor. I'm pissed. I'm mad. But I'm nowhere near as fucking mad as I'm finna be. We're chilling. I don't say anything to him. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, I'm just like, oh, you know, thanks. Like, you know, like, I don't want to be mean. I am a little mad, but I'm a little disappointed. Let me say it like that. I wasn't mad at that point, but I was disappointed because I was just like, how? Like, how did you manage to not get the one thing that I asked for? I would say about an hour goes by and like we just chilling, talking, chalking it up, whatever. Something told me to check my card, you know, my balance, because my Crocs were about $45 to $50, so there should have still been $45 or $50 left on my card. I call the number that's on the back of, you know, the little Visa gift card to see what my balance is. Y'all, I swear to God, it's taking everything I got not to tear up. I called the customer service number on the back. These people say, you have 6 cents left in the fucking account. You have 6 cents left on your card. For more options. Like, even though this shit was 3 years ago, it's taking everything I have not to cry. Oh, I swear to God, on everything I love, Jack looks at me and says, damn. Did this man just say damn to me? Damn. And he's, wait, let me show y'all what the fuck he did. Let me show y'all what he did. He's on his phone, right? And Jack looks up at me and says, damn. I look at him and say, 6 cents? That's all I could say. 6 cents? What do you mean 6 cents? My mind immediately goes to the soap. I go to the soap. I look at the fucking receipt. You guys, he spent $80 at the soap kiosk. And to make shit worse, he spent the $80 that was on my gift card. You wanna know what was even fucking worse? Was that he signed the bottom of it. Like, you know how you have to do the signature? Yeah, his fucking signature was at the bottom of it. So I'm pointing this shit in his face. I'm literally holding this fucking receipt in his face. Like, bro, you told me you spent $20 and you said you spent $20 of your money. This shit literally says Visa gift card and you had to sign for it. And it says $80 fucking dollars. Y'all, this man proceeds to lie in my face. No, I only spent $20. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I only did $20. Oh my, he must have scammed me. He must have scammed me. That's all he kept saying. He must have scammed me. What the fuck? Taking a receipt, looking, what the fuck? When I say I went the fuck off on him, I went the fuck off on him. Like, I'm so angry right now. So you can just imagine what I said to this man in that moment. I'm hot. It was so many different issues. Like, The first thing is, you bought it with my money. Like, that's number one. And you did that shit on purpose. I told you, when I gave you this card, I told you to take this and buy my Crocs with it, because my Crocs was my gift to myself. That was not like, hey, buy my gifts with this card. Like, here's a little extra money. But no, this was, my school didn't get it for me. So they gave me the gift card to buy it. So I'm giving you it to get it from the mall because I don't want to go with you, basically. So that was the first issue. The second issue was that you was on the phone with me when you did this shit. You had me on mute the whole time. You knew what the fuck you was doing. And then the third thing is, you signed for this shit. So you seen how much the total was, and you continued to spend $80 on a bar of fucking soap. What would even possess you to think it was okay to spend that kind of money on a bar of soap in the first place? Like, regardless to whose money, what, when, where, why would you spend $80 on a bar of soap, y'all? It was I cannot forget this shit. It was a bar of red soap. Like, I cannot make this shit up, y'all. I wish I was lying about this shit. Like, I wish that this shit did not happen, but it fucking did. And, like, he's just sitting there pouting at me. Like, he's just like, don't do that. Don't do that, because you didn't have that same fucking energy when you were spending my money on my gifts. So basically, and then I checked the receipt for this little fuck ass ring he bought me, and he spent $15 on this ring for this bullshit, right? So when I did the math and, thought about it, right? Because you bought that soap with my money, you ended up having to buy my Crocs with your money that was supposed to be used to buy the bracelet. So once you got to Pandora and seen that you didn't have enough money to do that other bracelet, or you didn't have enough money to do a bracelet and a charm, you tried to make up for it by buying this. But you're trying to bullshit me and make it seem like, oh, I seen it and thought it would be so cute. No, you was trying to figure out a way to make up for the fact that you knew you just fucked up. Because you muted me in a Crocs store. You knew you fucked up when you realized, oh, I spent $80 on this car. It's only $20 left. And then what you did was you went to that little store wherever you got this piece of shit from, and you spent the last little $20 that was on my card, $15, you spent it on this ring. And you must have bought something else. I don't know, a soda or something, because there was only 6 cents left on the card. So basically, I'm going the fuck off on him. Like, I'm going off. I don't care what comes out of my mouth, because I just kind of feel like only an idiot would do something like that. Like, seriously. And no, this is not to be disrespectful. This is just to be honest. Only a fucking idiot would do what you just did, right? So basically, my mom hears me going off on him because I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, It's more so about principle. It's the fact that you thought you was going to get away with that. You know what I mean? I wanted one thing. You didn't do that. But then you tried to get over on me. Like, that was what pissed me off. Like, you tried to lie about it. You tried to hide it. Like, that's my biggest issue besides all. It's not the money thing. It's just, you lied to me. You sat here and said I spent $20 on a soap. Meanwhile, it say $80 and your name signed at the bottom of it, and it's from my card. You bought this ugly ass ring with the last little bit of money on my card, and then said it was a gift. Like, and then you bought my Crocs, the gift that was for myself, with your money. Like, that was the gift. Like, what? My mom hears me going off on him, and he goes outside and like makes a call or whatever. And my mom is like, Joss, it's okay. Like, I'll give you the money back. I'll give you the $100 here. Like, she gives it to me in cash. And I'm like, Mom, I don't want this. Like, I want it from him because you did not make the mistake. He did. I'm not even going to call this a mistake. I'm not even going, no, that was not no mistake. That was blatant. no, I don't want the money from you. I want it from him. You know what I mean? Not on no disrespectful stuff. Like, I wasn't talking about Mom crazy. I was just telling her, like, I don't want it from you, Mom, because you didn't do this. He did that. And that's not fair to you to give me $100 that, and he did that. My mom was like, Josh, just take it and just calm down. Like, I don't want all that yelling. I don't want all that fussing. So just take it and be quiet. So I did that. When he got back in the house, once he got back in the house, I told him straight up, listen, you going back to that mall tomorrow, you taking all this shit back, and you finna get my money back. Because $80 on a soap is ridiculous. Like, no matter how you try to flip it, push it, form it, move it, that's ridiculous. But I felt like it didn't faze him because you wasn't the one spending your money on it. I was, technically, because you used my fucking card. You didn't think to use your money. You used mine. Next day, Jack goes to the mall, and basically the man at the kiosk wasn't even fucking there anymore. Like, the whole kiosk wasn't even there. And Jack FaceTimes me and shows me, like, he's not here anymore. He's not here anymore. I don't know what to do. Well, you may as well. I don't know either, Jack. If it's not there, it's just not fucking there. I don't know. And then the ring place basically told him that because he got it off the little clearance rack, he couldn't get a refund for it. I guess really my issue was I just didn't even want to look at the fucking soap. Like, it wasn't even necessarily about getting money back. It wasn't even necessarily about getting money back. It was just I did not want to look at that soap. I didn't want to be reminded of what you just did. Like, I was irritated. I was angry. I was pissed. Because I just felt like all of that right there is a huge red flag. Like, you fucked up my first Christmas ever, you know, our first Christmas. You messed it up. You don't listen to me. You're not considerate. You lack common sense. But if it's not a common sense thing, then I mean you simply was trying to be sneaky. You was trying to buy my gift with my money. That's what that shit all boils down to. Even if it wasn't like a common sense thing, like you didn't think about the fact that you was going to have to use that card to buy my Crocs with, or the fact that you thought you was going to be able to get away with it because you thought there was going to be more money on there or whatever, because you turn around and use that same card at the Crocs store. So I don't know. Either one, I should have left him alone when he did that shit, because that's a red flag. Like, a man that don't listen to you and a man that's trying to be sneaky about that is crazy, y'all. I was so embarrassed and hurt and disgusted by it. Like, I didn't tell nobody because I was just so hurt. And I know some people gonna think like I'm blowing it out of proportion. No. And had I not looked at it, I probably would have listened to the bullshit he was trying to feed me. But no, you fucked me over. You tried to fuck me over, and you know, yeah. Jokes on your ass though. Jokes on your ass though. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. So yeah, y'all, that was the story time about my ex bought my Christmas gifts with my money. And my mom basically had to reimburse me because he couldn't and never fucking did. I have so many story times on this boy, like, it don't even make no sense how toxic and crazy our relationship was. Honestly, there's another one. There's another one that I want to tell so bad, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that one just for a little bit longer, just because the story time like would be about how I found something out, but I literally just found out like 3 months ago. So like it's still new, and like the girl, like I don't know. The situation is still kind of fresh. Not me and him, but like the stuff that I found out is still kind of new. So I might want to hold off on it, but I don't know. But whenever I feel like it, just know, baby, I'm gonna spill that tea. So this basically gonna be like a little series on Jack. So remember that name in the future when I do like more story times on him, because oh yeah, he gonna get his own series. He deserves his own series. The shit he put me through, he deserves his own little series. But yeah, y'all, that was basically the story time on how my ex-boyfriend bought my Christmas gifts with my money. How embarrassing. Like I said, if you don't take anything else away from this video, just take away Don't stick around to see how red the flags can get. When he do some shit like that, especially with your first ever Christmas together, he trying to see if you gonna stick around. How loyal you gonna be. If you a real one, is you a wife? No, ain't. Try some shit like that with me now, and your ass is blocked, deleted, cut. I hate that I even had to do that. Like, I had to be every single step of the way for you to get my gift just for it to be all that. Like, if I'm gonna be there every step of the way when it comes to you buying my gift, it needs to be perfect. Like, and it needs to be over the top. So yeah, that's how that went. Crazy. But you live and you learn, right? I was 17, and haven't went through that shit since. So I mean, you live and you learn. But yeah, you guys, that was it for this story time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. All of my socials and everything else will be linked down in the description box below. If you guys have any other suggestions for what kind of videos or story times that you would like me to do, feel free to DM me or feel free to comment down below. It don't matter to me. So, yep. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.